Okay. Why is this complete test items? Okay. So tell me what has completed that union parliament? Completed. Okay. Just check the last heading of the chapter. What is that coming from? Your test will be there on 15th of this month. You might have seen that. So since I'm doing union parliament with you, it will be that chapter. And then other branches are I'm going to complete what is the first word of independence. So you guys will have accordingly. You do? And union parliament is not a very challenging chapter. Okay? Yeah, I think I started with the history on that day. But I had finished the union parliament. Check in your notebook what was the last heading was given. Union parliament. Functions of people. Speaker. We have completed that. And after that, we have powers and functions of union parliament. That also I was doing, I remember. Legislative. You remember? No. Done. This page. Look here. Powers and functions of parliament. Did I do this? Okay, put that heading in your notebook. I'll give some few points, then we will start. Powers and functions of parliament. What's it? Rajya Sabha, I have not completed, I told you now. Except that 30 years of age, the other things are all those same. Presiding officer, I didn't say. What? Action? क्या हो गया? Example. As a function. Ekanto, you write down powers and functions of parliament. We'll see what, because this starting up it will take some time. Powers and functions of parliament. Correct? And what is the first function? Legislative, correct? Write few lines here. We have 1 hour class for so we'll finish up this and start with this. Now, when you look at that heading legislative powers, there is something that I think we might have already studied in our maybe lower standards or we'll be studying. We have 3 kinds of lists. You remember? Which are the 3 lists generally we have it in India? Very good. State and concurrent. So under union, who will make laws? Madam, and this time Sunday that eco lectures you check with this lady today. Tomorrow Sunday. You can come and attend that. That's what we're wasting your time. So look here. We have 3 lists. One is the union list. Second is the state list, correct? And what is the third list? Concurrent list. You don't know? So write in your notebook there. While putting it at the blackboard. State list. And write ahead, concurrent list. For this you write down union list. Only central government can make laws. 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 Listed in its subjects. Example, defense, communication, railways, etc. Right? Hyphen, you write 97 subjects. 97. How many subjects? 97. Then for state laws, Only the state government can make laws. 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 Listed in its subjects. Somebody is absent here. इसके साथ कौन था? Who is it? The RA also. Where is he? Yes, correct. Tanmay is Tanmay. Jeez. Right. Altogether, there are how many subjects? 67 subjects. 67 subjects. Altogether, there are 67 subjects. And for concurrent list, both central and state government. Both central and state government can together make laws. Both central and state government can together make laws. 47 subjects. So when you are writing in the exam, although I have given this list, under this heading, don't write this list, correct? Because this belongs to whom? State government, not to the central government. Are you understanding? Yes or no? So although it is for information I have given, there only you write small cross mark dalkar. For this heading, don't write. If they ask you 3 lists, then you write. Second heading from your volume, you can come together. That is called residuary powers. Can you check? Parliament can make laws underline with respect to all those matters which are not mentioned in 3 of the list. What is this meaning? If all the list any subject is missed, what is the third list? Residuary list. Underline the word residuary. Next, that I've already done. Ordinances. This you write down in a notebook. I'll give it because this statement you know. Ordinances are temporary laws. Ordinances are temporary laws passed by. Temporary laws, LAWS, passed by the president, passed by the president when Parliament is not in session. When Parliament is not in session. When Parliament is not in session. Underline the word Parliament not in session. Its validity is for a period of, maximum for a period of 6 weeks. Its validity, its maximum for a period of 6 weeks. One more sentence. If the ordinance is needed, if the ordinance is needed once Parliament begins, underline Parliament begins, hyphen, it needs to be passed, P-A-S-S-E, needs to be passed by both houses and signed by president. And we nearly with president's assent. Both houses with president's assent. What does assent means? Signature. ASSENT. So check what is this ordinance. Look at it. Normally, there are certain times when Parliament is not working. When the entire country is having a war with our country. Parliament can function? No. Or within the country, there is a civil war going on. You know what is civil war? All over India, tension. So Parliament is not working. So now, on that pretext, who will be ruling the country? President. Did I write president? That's right. But you need some laws to control. We feel some new laws need to be introduced. Correct? So that will not be called as a law. That will be called as what? Ordinances. And one ordinance, what president introduced will maximum period of 6 weeks. But the war has come to an end. Not only within 6 weeks, but few months. And if some people say that ordinance was good, we need it. So that ordinance will be put in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. For what? Voting. Voting is small. If both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha passes it, then it goes to President. Once he signs it, that temporary law will become a which law? A Parliament. Samajh mein aaya? Abhi read karo and tell me. They'll ask you, what do you mean by ordinance? This is what they put. And look at that paragraph which is given below, ordinance, emergency. Did we not discuss emergency here? There are two types of emergency in a country like India. One is national emergency. Write down in your notebook. Emergency, one, national emergency. Emergency, one, national emergency. Hyphen external war. That is one. Two, internal civil war. Internal civil war. Three, financial emergency. What does it mean? Financial emergency when the country is like Pakistan, no money. Internal war all over India, Hindu, Muslim, whatever you see. Externally, you understand. Now, on that pretext, who might take over the parliament? Again, the president. And just now only we have done ordinances. Okay. Now check all under legislative powers. Any point you want me to explain? Then financial powers you can see, passing of the budget. Who passes it? Lok Sabha. And generally money will be introduced by which house? Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha? Lok Sabha. Udhar se to likho MP introduced in Lok Sabha. Second, we have supplementary grants, votes on accounts, salaries, permission of taxes. Salaries of the MPs and the parliaments. votes on account, and then supplementary grants. Already central government is giving one grant, no grant aid, और भी कोई grant. अभी जैसे कोविड टाइम में गवर्नमेंट ने बहुत सारे grants दिए, है ना? तो फ्री में राशन बांटा गया हमारे को. And I think in Mumbai also they have passed. If a person has died due to COVID, a family member will get 50,000 per head. So these are grants Parliament has passed. Next, judicial. Where is the word impeachment? You write removal. President can also be removed. When the judges of the Supreme and High Court. An electoral function. You write election of president. Only underline that word. Election of president. Underline vice president. Speaker and deputy speaker. Did we see all these people? President of India is elected by both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha members only. President cannot be all time present in India. He might have gone for some foreign vacation or some business tour. That time who will rule over India as the president? Vice president. Speaker तो हमने पहले बोला. He is from the Lok Sabha member only. So like we have chairman and deputy chairman, like speaker and deputy speaker. So ये पूरा election कौन करता है? It is the parliament. Let's go to the next resolution. Two more pages of the last page. Then amendments. Amendments देखो a notebook में लिखता हूँ. You write down in the note. Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution is amended from time to time. Indian Constitution is amended from time to time. As and when needed. As and when needed. Through a bill passed in Parliament. Second point, same ending. So, Parliament is said to be the supreme body to amend, and this is the word, any constitutional provisions. Provisions मतलब पूरा constitution नहीं हो रहा है, only one or two, correct? Any constitutional provisions. Any constitutional provisions. Okay, next, it is control over executive. Interpellation, no confidence, adjournment motions, motion of censure, monetary control. This is very simple. Interpellation, where the ruling members will be asked question by which ministers? Opposition ministers. He has to give the explanation. But if she is the ruling and she is the opposition, she cannot ask directly to her. To whom then the question is addressed? To the speaker. She will ask the question to me, I will ask the same question to her. That there is a opposition minister who is asking. He is also ruling. Again, if she wants to ask any questions from him, again the question has to address to the chair. And the chair will be saying, there is a question from the minister and it goes to the education minister. Then he will be giving that data. Again, he will not answer to her. Again, through the speaker. Why is it so? Because it is not any ordinary body, supreme, correct? Na? So whatever you guys are communicating, it is always through the speaker. So that will be reasonable and decent as well. I mean, you guys only take and ask the answer, then what is the speaker sitting for? And इसमें ज़्यादा tensions भी होता है. आप लोगों ने देखा है. वैसे भी स्पीकर बीच में बैठने के बाद भी there is no peace and order. देखा? How big hangama goes on. But if the speaker says make someone पूछो उसे पूछ लो तो then he will come and she will sit on the head. All tension will be there. अभी इन दोनों का हो गया तो she will also jump. Right? Maybe here only, which we do not know. So always the question is connected through the speaker. Even if he is answering, if he doesn't like the question what she has raised, he will put it to me, saying honorable minister doesn't have the brain. Huh? What does doesn't have the brain? The question she has asked is not up to the mark. And all the people will be like, देखा पार्लियामेंट हो रहा है सब एक साइड से राहुल गांधी दूसरे साइड से नरेंद्र मोदी, all tensions, confusions going on. Means what? Within this framework, you have to be interpolated. Get informed. Ask the question. If the question is asked and he doesn't like it, can he stop answering? He has to. Maybe he doesn't have the data now. He'll say maybe. So we will कैसा पता लगाएगा? Question is a wonderful one. I really liked it, but I need some time. मुझे कुछ नहीं लगेगा. मतलब तेरे पास आंसर नहीं है. I have it, but you understood. Politicians है. तब किसको निकल जाएगा किसी को मालूम नहीं. I have it now, but I want to cross check the data. But then she will say, "काय का cross check? तेरा पास wrong data, मेरा पास right data. मैं अपने speaker को देती हूँ." Means what? You have to be well prepared from your department. Even you can stay away without answering, no problem. And what it shows, Prime Minister बोलेगा यार वो opposition तेरा कचरा कर रहा है तू कर क्या है? तो क्या है मैंने prepare. You think next time the government will give you any ministry? नहीं तो घर में बैठ के prepare it. So we always believe that Parliament has every authority to discuss, debate, but you can't, do some harakiri activities. Everything should be perfect. But ये like any other Indian, ये भी सब books में लिखा है, उन books में. कोई follow करते हो दिखता है उधर? बस. Students might feel that we are more disciplined than the ministers. क्यों? लोग अभी start कर रहे हैं, दादागिरी कर रहे हैं. Parliament को सुबह वो भी वैसे ही है. So we say that no confidence motion. You know what is no confidence? The opposition party will pass on to which party? Ruling party. But now I say BJP has confidence, no problem. Maybe after 1 or 2 years, Congress or any other party feels no, there is no confidence. They will put a vote appeal to the speaker. What appeal will say? That as per our data and statistics, our study, we want to check whether the minister, those who are there with BJP, are still supporting. Out of the total members present and voting, both are present and voting. Nobody can force it. If majority says they are not with Modi, the government, then Modi has to resign. But if majority says no, we like Modi and we won't, then the opposition confidence motion is cancelled. अभी आप लोग आईपीएल वगैरह देखते हैं, वो है ना, what is that DRS system देखते हैं? हाँ, if the DRS is going with the empire, it's okay. If it is going against the empire, you see, फिर वो देते हैं. So सोच रहे हैं हमारा DRS system है, but इधर कोई vote replay नहीं होता है, but all the ministers are put to vote. And in fact, you should watch any of the no confidence. I remember when Modi was in 2014, there was one big motion bypassed by Congress, and they will ask the questions like this: how many are ayes? Ayes means saying yes, and how many are no's? Then I tell you any comedy. I सब लोग बोलेंगे, and बड़ा electronic board में चलेगा, take. And how many are no's? Again, yes, how many are no's? And I remember he got around 301 votes in that. And some 158 or 200. Yes. According to this, no confidence motion is cancelled. If ayes are less, I say 180. And no's are 220. No confidence motion is passed. Then Modi will resign, and next day, if opposition has the number, they will prove it. if not re-election. समझ में what is no confidence? Okay. Then next is what adjournment. What is adjournment? ये पहले भी हमने किया है. Deciding an urgent matter now. Now the parliament is debating how to increase the medical facilities. But there is a minister who is introducing the bill India in 2040. 2020 में इतना मार्च खड़ा तो 2040 का बिल क्यों अभी लाया? Right? Which is not important, they will keep it aside, and which is urgent, they will discuss. Who will decide this? Speaker, nobody else. But other motions, okay. Then you read all this and tell me. Well, we have completed the chapters almost. Almost it's done. Okay.
What's this group? What is that?
Censure. I mean, there are various motions which are passed or not passed in the body. Certain motions, speaker only will say, "ये motion अभी मैं नहीं लाया." अभी committee है, report है. Censure मतलब क्या बोलता है? अभी ये discuss करने का कोई जरूरत नहीं. Closer to adjournment, but here will be a different motion. अभी जैसे वो क्या है? Privilege motion बोलते हैं ना? Privilege. अभी you are a respected minister, but मैंने आपके लिए कुछ गलत शब्द यूज कर दिए. जो हम टकोरी की तरह रोड में यूज करते हैं. So you can pass a privileged motion on me. If whatever I said is been recorded and proved, I will be suspended. मतलब you only pass bad comments on me and you are only passing a privileged motion. ऐसे भी मिनिस्टर्स लोग हैं. बोलेगा खुद ही इतना बोला है, फिर भी क्या करें? आपने रेज किया है, स्पीकर विल आस्क, बोलेगा नहीं नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ है, we have seen the video recording. भाई साहब आप चुप बैठो ना, आपसे तो नहीं. Correct? So something like censure. Then there are two short paras. One is what is that? Exclusive powers of Rajya Sabha. Another is exclusive power of Lok Sabha. Shall we deal Lok Sabha first? Like first point. No confidence motion only introduced and passed in Lok Sabha. Pehla point. Why not it introduced in Rajya Sabha? Rajya Sabha तो वोटिंग में भी नहीं रहता. Because वो मोशन किसके खिलाफ जा रहा है? रूलिंग पार्टी है ना. और रूलिंग पार्टी किधर है? लोकसभा में कि राज्यसभा में? लोकसभा में. राज्यसभा में नहीं. राज्यसभा में तो सब स्टेट से मेंबर्स आ रहे हैं. अभी बीजेपी का मेजॉरिटी मेंबर्स कौन सा हाउस में? लोकसभा या राज्यसभा? लोकसभा. But this is the first time in Indian politics कि BJP or any ruling party has confidence in both the houses. मतलब राज्यसभा में भी वो लोग मेजॉरिटी में है, लोकसभा में भी मेजॉरिटी में. देखो अभी जो भी बिल पास करता है पार्लियामेंट, बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट, दे लीज बॉर्डर अपॉन द ऑपोजिशन. व्हाई? उनको मालूम है राज्यसभा में भी उनके पास मेजॉरिटी है. मतलब एक टाइम ऐसा था कि लोकसभा में आपके पास मेजॉरिटी है, बट अगर वो बिल अगर राज्यसभा में जाएगा तो लोग फेल करेंगे बिकॉज़ उधर आपका मेजॉरिटी नहीं है. But this government is very, can I say, supermost government. It is not Congress have become, it is not BJP has become more powerful. Congress has become weaker or weakest. Did I not say in 1980s, BJP का 2 minister parliament में बैठता था, only 2 ministers. Whereas now it is exactly opposite हो गया. अभी कांग्रेस का, I think I remember 2014 they were 68. अभी only 42 में है. अभी मुझे लगता है 224 में है. क्या होगा God only knows. Means what? If opposition is so weak, the ruling will be dominating. Is BJP have any fear कि मेरा जो बिल है वो लोकसभा में पास नहीं होगा? होगा ही. सारा मिनिस्टर बिल का है. But is it good for democracy? You need a strong opposition. Correct? But can we blame BJP for that? Can we blame BJP? So all this fighting Congress and company. कभी ममता बनर्जी बोलती है मैं लीडर बने की, हम शरद पवार बोलते हैं मैं लीडर बनेगा. अरे कोई तो बोलो. And try to give a good fight to which party? BJP. समझ में? Second point. Money bills. ये तो हम लोग ने पहले भी किया ना, underline that. Only introduced in Lok Sabha. Third, if there is a deadlock. What is a deadlock? If there is a bill both in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are meeting with same end. Same number of members in Lok Sabha says yes, same number of members in Rajya Sabha say no. I think in Nehru one girl asked me, sir, in Lok Sabha you said 550 and Rajya Sabha you said 250. Number तो almost बहुत है. But to be very frank, जैसा हमारा डिग्री कॉलेज में अटेंडेंस रहता है ना, 550 तो दूर, कभी 500 भी कभी नहीं रहता है लोकसभा. सब अपना अपना दुनिया में रहते हैं. And even 300, 320 आया समझो. Not all people are ready to go. वो तो बस आएगा बैठेगा, पता नहीं वो क्यों आया है, उसी को नहीं. And इधर 250, correct? इसमें चलो 200 आ गया. Here out of 500, 300 people have come and 200 are voted yes. And there out of 250, 200 have come, they said no. I mean, there is a tie. Correct? Who will step in? The Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Chairman of Rajya Sabha, forget about tie vote. उसको तो normal bill में भी उसका voting का powers नहीं है. क्यों नहीं दिया है Constitution? Because he is not a member of Rajya Sabha. Who is he? He is the Vice President. Vice President of India. उसको तो exclusive power दिया है. Is he got elected in Rajya Sabha? No. So always Lok Sabha has the upper hand over Rajya Sabha in case of a death. So will you read all that and tell me? If you want me to give it in points, I think straight away दिया है ना. If you want, you can ask. I will give it. The only thing you need to understand what it is saying. Now look at Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha has underlined some exclusive powers. If at all in the exam you are able to write, then only write under Article 249. That is under Article. Okay. Point number 1. It may declare Parliament should make laws with respect to matters in the state list. Do you think central government can make laws on state list? No. But which house has the power? Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha can make it because Rajya Sabha का members आता कहाँ से? State से आता है ना? And they are elected or nominated. They are nominated. Second point. The other special powers, Rajya Sabha, open bracket. It may declare the creation of all India services. Side में लिखो IAS and IPS. What is that IAS and IPS? Anybody? Indian soldiers. Indian? IAS is a district collector. If you pass. IPS is a police commissioner. IFS है, IAS है बहुत सारे, but ये दोनों पकड़ो. IAS, the All India Board which conducts the exam, appointed by the Rajya Sabha, not by Lok Sabha. Who? The chairman, जो पूरा All India Service का exams देखता है. IPS, I mean, for example, the Police Commissioner of Mumbai, he might have written that IPS exam which is conducted by Parliament. And Parliament में कौन? Lok Sabha या Rajya Sabha? Rajya Sabha. And वो जो body है, उसका chairman को कौन elect करेगा? Rajya Sabha करेगा. So जितना भी central level का IAS, IPS, IFS exams होता है, वो पूरा chairman, and that chairman is appointed by Rajya Sabha members. Next, the Rajya Sabha becomes underlined de facto and de jure parliament and takes over the functions. Underline Lok Sabha is. What is de facto? Unchallenging, and de jure ultimate. अगर लोक सभा if Lok Sabha is suspended till the new Lok Sabha members are not coming, who will take over the administration? Rajya Sabha. Nobody can question why Rajya Sabha is making laws, why Rajya Sabha is making some changes. Because what is not functioning? Lok Sabha. It could be like this: if Lok Sabha has been dissolved, Rajya Sabha is also not allowed to work. ऐसा किया है Constitution? नहीं. So Rajya Sabha has exclusive force over Lok Sabha. Correct? I read both the headings and tell me together. And you can write. Hey, question answers lecture since anyway before 15th also. And next week the lectures are in the morning routine. Do you check it? 7:30 se start ho raha hai. Morning Monday. She's no injustice. I will fight it in Supreme Court. Check it. No, I don't know, but Monday onwards the timetable is from morning. Okay, you will get some easy questions. I don't have any issue. Let us get to chapter number 1 of your history, which is far more important and a little bit more towards your board exam heavy weighted chapter. Let us understand this. Okay. So it has been referred as First War. It is also referred as Revolt of 1857. Correct? Also referred as Sepoys Mutiny. Correct? Did you heard this heading? Why? In fact, this heading was given by the Britishers. Sipahi. Sepoy. Mutiny, it showed as uprising. First War of Independence, because in 1947 ultimately we got independent. Then for 1857 क्या था? A failure. Failure for whom? Indians. If at all Indians could have really fought this battle properly, don't you think India might have free 100 years before? Not exact 100, close to 100. Don't you think India could have been more powerful? How? ब्रिटिश को बेचारे लोग को और 100 साल कम मिला रहेगा लूटने के लिए. Did they not loot tops and bottom everything? In fact, some historians say Nehru government had some terms, एक agreement बनाया था, वो books में या किसी को release नहीं किया लोग, कि हम लोग ये सब डिमांड करेंगे तुम ये सब लेके भाग जाओ. ब्रिटिश बोला वैसे भी जाने के लिए भी गवर्नमेंट पैसे ही दे रहा है, चलो वो भी लेके जाओ. Why? Because Nehru and Gandhi wanted to create a big name in history. Already बना लिया होगा, correct ना? But internally क्या हुआ है किसी को नहीं मालूम. ठीक है, that is politics. But then here I want to explain there were several causes for any revolt. First we will be studying the word causes. Causes के बाद the actual course मतलब how the battle started. In our textbook it is called as immediate cause. Am I correct? And then we will have consequences. What is consequences? We use a result. Here what is the result that we will be studying? It is the Queen. Who was the Queen that time? Victoria's proclamation. In school they would have told this. What is the other word for proclamation? Promises. Correct? Of which year?
1858.
Okay. I had 1895. 18. Some people say, sir, this revolt was a failure. Some people say no, sir, it was success. Now you tell me.
It was a partial success because it
Very
changed
good.
the rule.
Partial success because it disposed a company called East India Company. Good. And why it was a failure?
I think this was the East India Company but did not bring freedom.
Very good. Full freedom to me, but I feel it was a great success because permanently Britishers started fearing Indians. Why? Any time they can uproot because it was a complete shock to them. Can Indians can come rise to up this level? उनको लगता था these are vermins, you know vermins? पैर के नीचे कीड़े पकड़े। ये जिंदगी में लोग हमको कुछ नहीं। But there was some good change. If I explain political causes, religious causes, military causes, out of that so many causes, one cause you need to understand, that is the word immediate. And that is nothing but introduction of a new rifle, which was called as Enfield. Just understand, I'll take you to the road. What is this Enfield mean?
So there is a cartridge in the cartridge.
What cartridge?
Rather than reading the cartridge.
She's only doing that actually.
It was a new rifle which the British would fix the cartridge which was prescribed in the second round in and had to be written on.
Correct. Good.
And then the Muslims are the
बस यही करता है।
Sir, no, I knew the answer. I didn't know the
आंसर लिखना पड़ेगा उधर एक्शन थोड़ी बचे।
Sir, actually you were asking for that.
No, एक मिनट इसको क्या है? Say जल्दी बोलो what it is. You come here first of all. Come here. You also come this side.
Sir, I'm not good.
First you say take. Why you are not participating? Say.
The Enfield rifle was a new type of rifle which was introduced by the British government.
But many people say it was a rumor. It was a rumor. Rumor. You understand what is a rumor? Was it a rumor? Because no historians has given any concrete evidence. But one thing was there, it was Mangal Pandey who ignited this route, correct? ये तमिल है ना बच्चे में Tanmay will tell me what did Mangal Pandey did. Meantime, open your notebook, put the heading, write all this name and write the heading causes. We are waiting for Tanmay to tell. What did he do? Who was Mangal Pandey first of all? Soldier. Okay. I heard he was a Governor General. There was a place in India called Barakpur, UP. There was an early morning parade. Listen, early morning parade. You know, parade like a commanding officer parade. Mangal Pandey himself was a high class Brahmin. As you two friends were saying, the rifle cartridge, the cover, was smeared with the fats of cows and pigs. Cows sacred to Hindus. Pigs are taboo. You understand taboo? Not the taboo, Hindi taboo. Taboo. What is a taboo meaning in Hindi? Unholy. No, holy ka opposite. The Muslims should not even see this animal. Forget about biting with the. So both Hindus and Muslims were in a hot boil. When this news spread to this Mangal Pandey, he was so agitated. Early morning when the parade was on, this man shot at the commanding officer. Do you think that the Britishers are brutally Mangal? Case was put. And case judgment was given. What will be the judgment? Hang till death. Britishers could have made the hang punishment inside the jail also, in a very secret manner. उनको लगा we will do it in front of the Indian soldiers to show, देखो तुम्हारा. But was it the desired result or opposite result? Opposite. Already there are a number of military causes. Salaries less, promotion less, and they were asked to fight crossing the water boundary. And the Indian soldiers were not having any survival time. They were just fighting for the British Army. And on the top, this incident. And on the top, they are giving the death sentence in front of the, so many Indian soldiers. Then the revolt sparked. So that is the which cause for the revolt? Immediate cause of the revolt. So when I say at least 2 lines about this point. Today no escape. No escape, you have to tell me the answer. Write down in your notebook causes. Now before I give causes heading, you pick up your volume. Now we have the word political causes. You make political causes as capital A. And then point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think close to 8 or 9 times. 7 and 8. Then make social religious as B, capital B. And then you write all that with numbers now. Then go down to C. What is capital C again? And again put all the numbers. Then you write capital B. What is capital B? Military. And then again O. Then last, immediate cause. Now we are going to write as a note. So now write the immediate cause in your note. Immediate cause of the report. During this time, British government introduced during this time Britishers Britishers introduced a new Enfield rifle. A new Enfield. Keep the volume right next to you. Check the spelling if you need. A new Enfield rifle. Second point. The cartridge to be used. I am writing the spelling of the word cartridge. Cover, huh? This cartridge to be used was simmered. What is simmered? Covered, huh? With fats of cow and pigs. Cows and pigs, or cow and pigs, whatever you like. Next. Cow was a sacred animal to Hindus. Sacred. S-A-C-R-E-D. While what? Pig was taboo to the Muslim soldiers. Taboo, T-A-B-O-O, to the Muslim soldiers. Next point. It was Mangal Pandey. Careful with the spelling, the hero of this revolt. It was Mangal Pandey, a soldier of Barakpur cantonment. And this is Barrackpur cantonment. Who shot dead? It was Mangal Pandey, a soldier of Barrackpur cantonment, who shot dead his commanding officer. Next. He was given death sentence on proven guilty. You understand guilty? No, it was proof. He was given death sentence on proven guilty. Guilty. Correct? Come on. This sparked off. Spark. S-P-A-R-K-E. The revolt of 1860. Now check your volume answer. And check this as well. Easy?
Yes.
Okay. Now the rest of the answers now I'm not going to dictate, only will understand on that. Okay. Look at that heading. First heading is political. Now when you use the word expansion, Britishers used in fact two policies. You remember? One was subsidiary alliance. Other was, you know the difference between these two. At a subsidiary alliance, British will say that you are a small kingdom and there are many enemies who can attack you. He says, "Sir, you will tackle. Don't worry. We will give you an army." So he's very happy. Okay, sir. But then, along with the army, one minister who will sit always with the king. What that minister is going to do? He's going to spy. Not even spy. Whatever this Raja is doing, all the information goes to the British. In fact, Britishers has given the clause saying you don't pay for the army. Army का भी पैसा हम ही देगा. Indians are very happy. वाह, क्या कर रहे? But एक time ऐसा था कि when they said now there is a big fight between you and your closest enemy. एक काम करो, आप अपना freedom हमको दे दो. And you take our what military might. So indirectly what they are saying, without fighting you, you give the government to you. So that is subsidiary alliance. Subsidiary, आप मेरा subsidiary बन जाओ and align with me, so that the person who is going to attack you, will he attack you? By British is there in protection. So initially Indian kings were happy. Oh, such a good kingdom of British. Gradually what? The Raja or the king will lose everything. And British will leave. So in fact, if you read the headings, it will be written without fighting a war, many kingdoms annexed. And some people in other character branches, if I don't accept, British वैसे भी ready है, चल आजा. ये तो लिखो. दूसरा, if any king does not have a son, and if they want to adopt a son, first, if you do not have your own son, you are not allowed. Know why? Doctrine of lapse. Subsidiary alliance was by Lord Wellesley, and this was by Lord Dalhousie. Now, doctrine of lapse says only one thing. No problem. You do not have a son. It's okay. You continue to rule. After your death, the kingdom will come to you. There was Nana Peshwa, Rani Jhansi. In fact, you might have heard the poems of Rani of Jhansi, correct? After the death of her husband, she fought. Even they adopted a son. In fact, those pictures when they come here, she used to tie that small son and she fought bravely. But then what? She died. So, doctrine of lapse, subsidiary alliance, and there are other points. Then we have the pretext of alleged misrule. There is our the sin and there are many. What the British will say, the ruler of Awadh, a big kingdom in those days. You are unable to rule the government. You are unable to give any programs to the people. So you are having a rule or a misrule. Yes. And the king says, no, who are you to challenge me? You see what is happening in your kingdom. People are not giving you taxes. People are unhappy over you. Better you hand over the kingdom to me. He is a king. You don't worry. We will give you an annual pension for it. So, what is that annual pension all about? तो रिटायरमेंट ले ले हर महीने तुझे पेंशन देता तुम वो बंद करके बैठ some kings okay like that anyway वैसे भी तो मेरा उस kingdom में कुछ है नहीं do you think these pensions are going to be paid lifelong or initially so that is one and then we have this outright wars in fact I can tell you two big wars Anglo-Mysore war है ना then wars against the Marathas, wars against the Sikhs. But there were two initial battles, the British. The first was Battle of Plassey, and second was Battle of Buxar. The first one was 1757, second one was 1764. If I say Bengal, in those days Bengal, three states together. Can you name? Bengal, Bihar and Odisha, the present ones. And there was a ruler called Sirajuddin Dowla. I think this you would have studied in 8th or 7th standard. Sirajuddin Dowla को जब defeat किया, they took over Bengal. But they directly did not take. There was a person called Mir Jafar. He was a traitor. You know traitor? Namakara. Sirajuddin Dowla was a very powerful king. The war was very fearful. But he was not aware that the Britishers have promised Mir Jafar, you help us in the battle and we will make you the Nawab. Isko Nawab nahi bane. So he with his soldiers, they opened the main door of the palace. What will happen? Britishers entered and he was defeated. Mir Jafar was made the Nawab and he was very happy. As long as Mir Jafar was happy, as long as the British did not interfere. When the Britishers started interfering in his administration, I mean, wo bhi Nawab hai. He did not like it. Then there was one more fellow called Mir Kazim. He was the son-in-law. You understand son-in-law? Usko bhi same diya. He also said yes. He also helped. So Mir Jafar was killed. And Mir Kazim also said, that is Battle of Buxar. Ultimately, British ko laga now this is the end. So after 1764, there was no Sirajuddin Dowla, Mir Kazim, Mir Jafar, all removed. So the money they got it from this Bengal province, very rich. British ko laga using this money, we will make entire India under our. So that is that. Is it okay? So I've explained all the points in your house when you are meeting me next time. You try to mark every heading 2 or 3 points, right? So I'll meet you in the next week. So good luck for your Sunday's test. Unit Balu. Not Sunday, sorry. That will be the 15th. 15th of the coming month. Got it?